Do you feel like you work hard, make decent money, but somehow still have nothing to show for it? You're not alone. I'm Heather, a qualified accountant and finance director, and I help women take control of their money and build real wealth without giving up the things that make life good. Most of us don't have an income problem. We have a leak problem. And if your money keeps vanishing into random Amazon carts, social plans, and treat yourself moments, a no-buy month might be exactly what you need. In this video, I'll walk you through how to actually succeed at a no-buy month without feeling deprived, bored, or like a financial numb. You'll learn how to set yourself up for success, avoid the biggest mistakes, and build habits that help you grow your wealth long after the month is over. So what is a no-buy month? If you've ever looked at your bank balance and thought, where the hell did all my money go? Yeah, me too. A no-buy month is like pressing the reset button on your finances. For 30 days, you stop spending on anything non-essential. That's it. It's not about punishment, it's about awareness. Most of us aren't broke because of big purchases. We're broke because of a steady stream of £12.99s, £3.75 coffees, £45 hauls from Zara that we forget we've ordered. The first time I did this challenge, I thought it would be easy. I didn't even think I spent that much. But within a few days, I found myself just browsing online sales, adding things to my cart like it was a trance. That's when it hit me. So much of my spending wasn't even conscious, it was automatic. By the end of that month, I wasn't just spending less. I felt calm, in control, and clear. And now, anytime I find myself slipping, I do a 30-day reset, and it works like a charm. To make it easier for you, I've created a no-spend challenge tracker you can download for free in the description. It's got a space to track your savings, no spending triggers, and keep your mindset strong with daily affirmations. So who is a no-buy month for? If you're making decent money but you still feel broke, this is for you. You're not out here being reckless, but somehow the money's gone. And honestly, it's not your salary. It's the small stuff, the habits, the moments where you're overwhelmed or bored or burnt out and end up scrolling through ASOS looking for a fix. I used to do this constantly, and I still catch myself sometimes. But a no-buy month helps you pause and spot those patterns. And once you can see them, you can change them. It's also a powerful tool if you're saving for something big, like freedom, a house, or investments. Cutting back for 30 days isn't the point. It's redirecting that money to where your goal is. This isn't about deprivation, it's about intention, about choosing to spend money on things that actually improve your life and not just numb you for a minute. The goal is to redirect that money into things that actually make a difference in your life. Whether that's clearing your debt, growing your investments, or saving for something important. A no-buy month is like a shortcut to getting there faster. But most people fail their no-buy month because they go in way too hard. Everyone starts with the best intentions, but most people go in all or nothing. Zero spending, zero flexibility. And about 10 days in, they crash and burn. And trust me, I know the feeling. I'm an all or nothing girl. When I've tried to lose weight, I've gone straight to chicken and broccoli and nothing else. 5 days later, I'm face deep in a KFC bucket wondering what happened. It's the same with your money. Going cold turkey with no plan is just a fast track to the ASOS checkout page. James Clear talks about this in Atomic Habits. The best ways to change a habit isn't by trying harder. It's by changing your environment so success becomes easier. If you make bad habits inconvenient and good habits effortless, you don't even have to think about them. So, if you want to stop impulse spending, don't just sit there hoping you'll have the self-control to say no. Make it harder to spend in the first place. Delete shopping apps. Out of sight, out of mind. If ASOS, Amazon, or Zara are one tap away, you're making it way too easy to fall back into old habits. Unsubscribe from sales emails. You don't need to know there's a 20% off sale. If you weren't going to buy it before, it's not saving money. It's still spending money. Remove saved payment details from your browser. Having to manually enter your card details every time. It's just annoying enough to make you rethink that purchase. When you set up your environment for success, you don't have to resist spending. It just becomes a non-issue. No decision fatigue, no temptation, and no mental battle. Just like with food, it's about balance. Instead of going all or nothing, set a small budget for guilt-free spending on things that actually bring you joy. Whether that's a coffee with your friend or your little bakery moment. That way, you're not depriving yourself, but you're still in control. Most people think they're doing a no-buy month, but they're actually doing it wrong. There are a few classic traps that can make this challenge feel miserable or impossible. Let's go through the biggest mistakes that people make and how to actually avoid them. Mistake number 1 is going too extreme. And no by month doesn't mean spending nothing. It means cutting out what isn't serving you. And look, I've made this mistake myself. Decided I was going all in, no spending whatsoever. I felt smug for about 3 days. Then, real life happened. I ran out of skincare, got invited out for a coffee, and suddenly I was spiraling because I'd broke the rules. Next thing I knew, I was justifying a full-on ASOS haul like I'd never even started the challenge. So don't do that. Instead of going cold turkey, set clear but realistic rules. Maybe you cut out clothes, takeaways, and impulse Amazon purchases, but still allow for social plans and a teeny treat budget. The goal is to feel in control, not punished. Mistake number 2 is not tracking progress. If you don't track what you're saving, you won't feel the impact. Not spending money feels kind of boring. You don't get a dopamine hit from not buying something. And if you don't see the results, it's easy to think, this isn't even making a difference, so what's the point? And that's when people quit. You need to track the money that you almost spent. Using My Tracker or just a note in your phone, every time you don't spend, write down what you saved. By the end of the month, when you see that total, trust me, it just hits different. Mistake number 3, justifying little purchases. There's a study from the Chicago Booth Review that found we actually trick ourselves into justifying purchases like, I had a hard day, so I deserve this. Or, it's on sale, so I'm saving money. Be honest. How many times have you bought something just because it was a great deal? Or because you deserved a treat after a long day? I used to convince myself I was saving money by shopping sales. But guess what? If you weren't planning to buy it anyway, you're not saving. You're just spending it differently. So before you buy something, ask yourself, would I still want this at full price? Do I actually need this, or am I just bored or stressed or tired? That tiny pause can stop you from making another pointless purchase. Mistake number 4, thinking one slip up means failure. Messing up doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're human. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people accidentally spend 20 quid and then just say, oh, I've ruined it now, and go on a full-blown shopping spree to make it worth it. It's like when you eat one biscuit on a diet and suddenly you're inhaling the whole pack because the day is ruined. So if you mess up, just keep going. One spend doesn't undo everything. Learn from it and move on. If you avoid these mistakes, you'll come out the other side with more money in your account, more awareness of your habits, and the confidence to spend intentionally instead of impulsively. Let's be real. Spending money is social. You don't realize how much of your spending is tied to social situations until you start this challenge. And suddenly, every group chat is a trap. Let's do brunch. Should we book a spa day? I saw this cute jacket. We should go shopping. And you're just sat there thinking, actually, I'm doing this thing where I don't spend money. And now you just sound like a fun sponge. So you need to plan ahead. Suggest free or cheaper alternatives, like a coffee and a walk instead of a full brunch. If you really don't want to say no to everything, budget a small social spend so you're in control. Let's be honest, sometimes, or most of the time in my case, shopping isn't about needing things. It's about needing a distraction. You've had a stressful day, you're fed up, and suddenly a new pair of shoes or an Amazon order seems like the solution. The urge to shop is usually a symptom, not a solution. Think about the last time you made an impulse purchase. Were you actually excited about the thing that you bought? Or was it just a quick dopamine hit to feel better in the moment? These things help me to replace emotional spending with something that actually helps. Journaling. Write down what you're feeling instead of trying to fix it with a purchase. Taking a walk. Literally, just getting outside can reset your brain. Making a cup of tea. This sounds basic, but sometimes just having a little ritual can replace the habit of mindless scrolling and shopping. Using a 24-hour rule. If you really want something, write it down and wait 24 hours. 9 times out of 10, you won't care about it by the next day. I've caught myself doing this so many times. The number of times I've been stressed or overwhelmed and ended up on Zara, ASOS, or worst of all, Shein. Just browsing, only to realise that I'm just adding random things to my cart that I don't even like. I wasn't shopping because I wanted something. I was shopping because I wanted a distraction. And when you start spotting that pattern, it changes everything. Okay, so now you've made it through 30 days. That's amazing. Give yourself a pat on the back. But now, this is where a lot of people mess up. They say to themselves, I was so good, I deserve a treat, and boom. ASOS cart, Starbucks order, Zara haul, all the savings, gone. It's like finishing a detox and celebrating with a cheeseburger and cocktails. Here's how to hold on to the progress. Before buying something, ask yourself, would I have still wanted or needed this a month ago? If not, it's probably just impulse. Stick with the wish list rule. Anything you want, write it down and wait a few days. 9 times out of 10, you'll realize you don't actually care about it. Keep some no-buy habits permanently. If unsubscribing from sales emails made your life easier, why would you go back? If you loved making coffee at home instead of grabbing Starbucks every day, keep doing it. You can also do a no-buy month whenever you need a reset. I do them whenever I feel like my spending's creeping up again. Think of it like a detox for your finances. You can always come back to it when you need to recalibrate. A no-buy month is about choosing how you want to spend your money moving forward. The biggest win isn't what you didn't buy, it's the awareness that you gained, the habits you built, and the confidence you now have to spend it in a way that actually aligns with your goals. So that's everything you need to actually succeed with a no-buy month without feeling miserable or falling off the wagon halfway through. Have you tried one before? And what tripped you up or what worked? Let's chat in the comments. I read every one. And don't forget to grab the free tracker. It's in the description and it genuinely helps. You've got this. And YouTube thinks that you're going to love this video next, so I'll see you there.